Welcome to the channel, Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. When we talk about spiritual warfare, you're talking about the powers of darkness coming up against people in the darkness and people in the light. The powers of darkness don't care who they take out. As long as they're taking someone out or something out, it doesn't matter to the powers of darkness. You'll see the powers of darkness working through people's attitudes and aptitudes, the way in which they treat others, the way they perceive others. And one of the ways you can help yourself is to ask yourself, is the way this person's interpreting that person correct? Is it sound? Is it integral? Or is this person trying to coerce people away from the integrity and morality of that person? Because that's part of the new dark value system. It's always been a part of the way in which dark powers work. But when you see people that come around you beginning to disintegrate, this is what a lot of people don't realize. These people are psychologically disintegrating. That's what immorality and immoral thinking, and in terms of how we're going to destroy people, what we're going to say about people. I just don't like that person because I can't handle them. There's no justified reason. That's darkness. That's about as flat out dark as it can get, besides putting someone's lights out, which is killing them. That's darkness. But the micro-incremental forms of darkness leading up to that is when you pull people down behind their back, when you butcher them behind their back, when you stab them behind their back, when you defame them and decharacterize them and emotionally abuse them behind their back, when you paint someone out to be an imposter and they're not. Do you know what that is? That's a stoolie. That's called a stoolie where I come from with the bikies. A stoolie. That person's a stoolie. A lot of them will be enmeshed with their parents, their mother. They won't be able to hold relationships properly for very long, for all the wrong reasons. They don't get anywhere in life. They get up to 30, 40, 50. It's all too late. Life ain't. It's too late. We will say it's never too late. Well, let's see. No point being 70 and finally becoming rich. It's too late. You want to get rich when you're young, get settled and get things in order when you're young so that you can have a happy life and a relaxed life without stress for when you get older. I know people that pay $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $1,000 rent a week. Before they even start, they've got to find that kind of money. No, you can have that, thanks. No. Never live like that. Not going to. I made the effort. I did the work. I made the choices. I went through the pain, the discipline, the sacrifices, the blessings, the rewards of making decisions that had a lasting effect. I'm 60 years old. But you let the wrong people in, or 58 years old, you let the wrong people into your life and they'll put you in debt. Financial debt, psychological debt, debt wherever you turn, because they're in debt. They didn't do the work to understand things the way they should, in a way in which they would ever really, truly succeed. They didn't know how to succeed. They were either spoiled. A lot of these people today have had men that didn't have the courage to bring wisdom to the table because they couldn't bring wisdom to the table because they were drug addicts and drunks and perverts and fools. And these women have given themselves over to these toxic fools only to become fools themselves. They couldn't build anything because the leadership of these fools was impractical. And then, of course, many of these women use their children as their rescuers, their knight in shining armour, the man they never had. Let's just say it, come on. They spend the rest of their lives ogling over their sons, and that's fair enough. If you're happy to do that, that's fair enough. But God help you if you're disempowering your children. God help you. Because they'll turn back and they will have resentment towards you. You can only, look, the skeletons will bust out of the cupboard. Eventually they will. And, it might all sound negative and stuff, but God help you if you are disabling your children by thinking that you're blessing them. Because that's not fair. It's not fair on them. And this is what happens all the time now. The children become the martyrs for the parents. The parents become the children ultimately, and the children become the parents. The parents are coerced by their adult children, manipulated and controlled, even right down to their relationship status. And then the next thing, the parents just at the mercy of these people who in many ways don't even know how to or what they're going to do to manage things any better or any different. They can't even manage themselves. And you've got to realise, if you meet one of these people in a relationship and they've got this mess going all around them, usually which they've created for themselves, that mess is going to jump on you if you are not aware that these things happen. These people are everywhere. They don't know how to look after themselves. They don't know left from right. They think they know everything. Their wisdom only made them into fools. You can tell by the way they live. People that smoke and all that stuff, do you think they're wise? They can make all their excuses. Oh, my grandma died when I was 3. Oh, this, that and all the other. No. Oh, I was in a car accident. Oh, I'm sure there's a guy that gets around the world with no arms and legs. Killing it. Conquering. Forget his name, you would have seen him. Bounces around. No arms, no legs. He don't sit there and smoke and take drugs and wreck himself. My uncle rang me up out of the blue this week from Royal North Shore Hospital. Hey, Uncle Bob, what's going on? Oh, they just chopped some of me lung out. Well, what would that be from? Smoking? Yeah, smoking. Uncle Bob, what would be your advice to people that smoke? And in one word, don't. He said don't. I said, Uncle Bob, I'll quote that on my channel. They're chopping him up. My stepfather's famous last words to me were, Jason, as Yul Brynner said, the famous actor Yul Brynner from The King and I, yeah, what? Don't smoke. I've had people stand there and say to me, oh, my great-grandmother fucking Daisy smoked till she was 103. Yeah, right. And that beats science, does it? Well, I'll live to the... Oh, yeah, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. Then you get these fools that they're never going to have anything. They're just never going to have anything. Why aren't they never going to have anything? Because money apparently doesn't matter. And you never see these people because they're always at work. Well, what do you go to work for? The social part of it? Possibly. But I'm sure there's a more important part of it called money. They never have anything. And they convince people to believe it. No, you won't be convincing me to believe shit like that. No. The parents have become the children, and the children have become the parents. How does that sound? It doesn't make for a very good ending, does it? Thinking they were wise. right? They became fools. And this wisdom, this new dark value system wisdom, if you let it, guess what it's going to make you into? A fool. You have to be very careful who you let around your life. You have to be careful who is influencing you, who you are influencing, and you've got to watch what the results of all this is going to be. The world's more lost than you realise. You're more lost than you realise. Now is the time for salvation, the Lord said. Now. Now, salvation is the all-inclusive healing process that you need from God by His Spirit. It shuts down darkness. It shuts down manipulation and control. Well, these people will pull their hair out if you turn to God and start getting things right in your life. Let the light shine in. These people that are in the dark, they're going to freak out. They're going to go ballistic. Oh, I'm going to commit suicide if you... Coercive manipulation. Coercive. It coerces you into doing what that person wants. It's as evil as you can get. That's evil. Evil manifest. And many of you have allowed yourself to be part of it. You've encouraged it. You've become part of it. And unfortunately, you're all going to end up with nothing. Nothing.